Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube land, it's your boy Tuglow, and today we have here another tier list, and this time we'll be covering the SMGs. Just like always, I do want to start off saying that this tier list is going to be based on overall attractiveness, to include bases such as sexy, cute, and other concepts, to try to cover everything for the tier list. Of course, this will only be based off of the in-game normal art. We're not going to try to take into account any fan art and just solely base it on the in-game art that we see. We will also have one ultimate waifu. We'll have the S tier that covers everything that's a class above the rest. Then we have the A tier that they're great, but they're missing that little extra oomph to bump them into the S tier. The B tier is going to be above average. The C tier is going to be average. D tier will be below average, and then F tier are going to be the ones that are questionable to even say are they a waifu. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the SMG tier list for Girls Frontline, and of course this will be all my own opinion. So starting off with the F tier. These are the ones that you're going to say, hey, are these even waifus? And starting off, I'm going to have to say it's going to be IDW. First off, for all of y'all who don't know this, your boy is not a memer. And I say this all the time on my stream, but somehow I get turned into a meme, or like people are like, nah, you're definitely a memer. But I'm definitely not a memer, so IDW, like, there's nothing really attractive to me about her. And then on top of that, like, I can't tell, like, yo, is your hair super long in the back, or do you have like a tail, like a I don't know what's going on here, man. So IDW to me, that's just a no-go. She is definitely F tier for me. And then secondly, I do have Clin down here in F tier as well. I mean, based off of the story, the interaction, I mean, whatever, man. I mean, just looking at you, like, yeah, your like jacket and stuff is cool, but like, that's just not for me, fam. Moving on, we'll go back up here to the D tier waifus. These are going to be below average waifus, and the first one for me is going to be M3. She just is whatever, dude. Like, again, the same thing. Like, what's going on here? Like, you have like this short hair, but then there's like this one little strand of like long hair. Like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's just like that little bit behind the neck that I can't see. I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. I just don't know. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna move on to the next one. The next one is going to be MP40. I'm gonna be real here. Like, I just don't see anything that's too attractive here. Like, hey, if you like her, more power to you, but I am gonna have to pass on that. That's not my cup of tea. Moving on to the next one is going to be Shipka. She's just a little bit too wild here, a little bit too everywhere. She looks like she could pass for like Casper the Ghost sister. I mean, hey, more power to you if you like her. Again, not my cup of tea. Last but not least is going to be F1. F1 is chilling, but I mean, you know, it's just nothing attractive to me for this one. So that's going to round out the D tier waifus. Moving into the C tier, these are going to be the ones that are going to be average. The first one starting out is going to be PPSH 41. Now, I will say this, like, I just noticed this, like, the chibi version, or like the little in-game version of her is like way, I guess, cuter. I don't know, like, that's just me maybe, but I mean, like, overall, looks like a good doll, really pretty. Gotta love, dude, I love the blue eyes, love the blue dress, of course, but that is definitely, you know, there's more to that than just that. If anything, you know, I looked at her and I was like, C tier is cool, and so that's where I put her. The next one is going to be PP90. Now, she arguably could have been one tier lower. However, you know, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you know, I was just looking at her and I was like, you know, your hair be wild, your eyes are, you know, just like red with like a black dot in them, and it's kind of weird. But I mean, looking back at the D tier, I don't think you're that bad, and so, you know, I guess by default with that line of thinking, she just kind of made it into the C tier, and so that's where I put her for this. The next one is going to be M38. Now, she could have been maybe a tier above. You know, she could have been B tier. However, just looking at her, she just looks so plain. She just looks like plain Jane, and so that's why she's going to be in C tier for me personally. Moving forward, we're going to be looking at... let's see. We just did M38, so the next one is going to be... No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be Suomi for me. One thing, I guess, going to Fate Go, if y'all play that game, y'all know of John d'Arc, Alter, or, you know, Jalter. To me, Jalter is, like, super, like, overly obsessed about, and they're just like, oh my god, you either like Jalter or you're bad, blah, blah, like, bro, it like, yo, hey, it's one thing to, like a waifu, to have a waifu, but, like, to push it onto somebody else, I think we can all agree that that's, like, mad annoying. At least it's mad annoying to me. And so Suomi is one of those dolls that's like, oh my god, Suomi, like, oh, she's so rare, blah, 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 but, like, bro, it's not, like, some people, like, you know, have different accounts, and some people it's not super rare for. And so, like, I think it was in Arctic Warfare, people were like, oh my god, Sylvie's so rare, and I'm like, okay, first off, I've pulled her multiple times on my main account. Secondly, I was getting her left, right, and center when it came to the envelopes, and then third, I think she was my first pull on my alt account. And so, like, for me personally, I don't see rarity in her, and, like, she's kind of lumped in with Jalter in the fact of, like, she's so overly obsessed about that, like, she just became unattractive to me. And so it is mad unfortunate because blue is my favorite color. I wish she would have been, like, literally the green, brown, or yellow, or whatever, literally any other color. But, you know, we just have to take that loss. I will say her one saving grace is her, I think it's one of her skins that just recently came out on the older servers. I think it's, like, maybe a wedding skin. Maybe, I don't remember which one it was, but her damage art in that looks fire. But that's the only skin, and it has, like, that particular damage art. I don't remember what the normal skin looks like, but this, like, that's the only thing for Suomi that I like, is that one particular damage art skin. Everything else I don't care about. Throw her out the window, put her in a trash can, get her out of here, dump her out, I'm out. I am not a big Suomi fan. The next one that I do have in the C tier is going to be MT9. While I will say this, her colors are very vibrant. If you look at her eyes, if you look at the feathers here, they most definitely are relatively vibrant. But, you know, at the end of the day, there's just something to me that I was just like, man, I see you, and I feel like you should just, like, you're just barely missing out on B tier. Barely missing out on B tier. And, you know, I'm going to just have to leave her here on this one. If anything, this is probably one of my more... I'm so leaning on the fence that I think it's just a day-to-day thing. The more that I talk about her, the more that I want to put her in B tier. And so, actually... yeah, I guess I just talked myself into putting her into B tier. I'm going to put her in the B tier, but... man, oh, that's so ugly of me. But whatever, I don't care. Anyway, I'll put her in B tier for now. And she'll stay in B tier, just because... the more that I talk about her and the more that I look at her, the more I'm just like, dang, she's kind of popping. And so I like that a lot. But the last person that I have in C tier that is not MT9, which I need to change on my notes. MT9. The last person on the C tier list for me is going to be SMG9. Now, I don't have her in game, so, you know, you're just going to have to do with this. You know, at the end of the day, you know, hey, I guess you're like, cool, I don't know what this is down here, but, I mean, hey, you look cool, but, I mean, if I gotta compare you to MT9, who I just bumped up the B tier, you know, on video, like, hey, you know, you ain't really got much going for you comparatively, so we're gonna have to keep you at the C tier for me, personally. Now, moving on, I'm actually curious, like, whoa, she looks... dude, she looks really good with her hair down and her hair up. Yeah, that's a sleeper pick for me right there. Hey, respect. So now moving on to B tier waifus. These are going to be the ones that are above average. Of course, we just talked about MT9. She literally just got her spot moved upwards. The next one that we're going to do for the B tier is going to be PP2000. Now, one thing now, obviously we just mentioned it with a few of the dolls in the lower tiers. At least she doesn't have like short hair and then one like area that's just like pure long. Then on top of that, she does have like goldish eyes, so that like really stood out to me. And so I was like, huh. And so like I just kept on looking at her and I was like, you know what, that's definitely above average by all means, even though she's a 2-star doll. Hey, 2 stars they be rocking it some days. The next one is going to be Sten Mk2. For Sten Mk2, now of course, very good doll. I know I think she's level 100 on my account right now, but to me, she's just barely missing out on the A tier. And I'm not gonna continue talking about her and then she gets moved up, but I just look at her and I'm just like, you fit really well in the B tier for me, and that's about it. It wasn't anything that's like, oh. And so we'll move on. The next one is going to be M45. Now M45 100% is a sleeper pick, dude. If you look at her other skins, if you look at her damage art, she's popping. But at the very end of the day, the way her dress is made, I feel like it's got very, very good detail, like on this part right here, and then like just the frills and things of that nature right here. It looks really good, looks really clean. I like it. So she definitely gets B tier from me at the very least. Moving on to Spectre M4. Now Spectre M4, I call her Straya from the SAO games. If y'all have played any of them, she just looks like Straya to me. She got the tits to match, and I'm just like, hey, more power to you. So Straya is going to make that B tier for me. Coming in on the next one is going to be Evo 3. Evo 3, dude, she's very well drawn. She's relatively vibrant. She kind of almost reminds me of the MT9 type thing, where the colors, the shading, it's just very almost alive. I feel like this could be like in a manga or something. It looks very, very well done. However, I gotta put her at the B tier just because she's attractive, but she's just missing something. I don't know what it is, and it's kind of annoying because it's like, yo, I feel like you should be A tier, but you're just missing something and I can't put my finger on it, and it's just kind of there. So she got B tier for me. Then the last person, aside from MT9, we talked about her already, is actually gonna be Shrimp. I don't know, dude. Shrimp is just, I don't know. She's kind of there. Like, she's cool. She does the damages. If you set her up properly, but I don't know, man. She just, I almost, I had her at C tier, honestly. And then I was like, I don't think that's too dirty to put her in C tier. So I was like, I'll put her in B tier. I'll call it a day. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Shrimp's just one of those weird ones for me. And so I put her at B tier. Moving on, we actually have a lot of A tiers. This is actually going to be the most of them that's going to be in A tier. So starting off, we do have Ingram. Ingram to me, I mean, apparently, she's like the budget UMP 45. I didn't know that until like way after I was already into 02, so I leveled her up late. She's cute, she's cool, but at the end of the day, it'd be like that sometimes, man. She's gonna get that A tier from me. The next one is going to be PPS 43. Now PPS 43, like going from like almost like around her knees downwards, like it just looks like way too skinny for me. But aside from that, it's something to deal with her like face. I don't know what it is about the look that she's given right now, but it's relatively attractive. And I'm just like, you know what? I respect that. A tier for me. Move onwards. The next one is actually gonna be MP5. People be hating on MP5, I guess because she's relatively common. But to me, MP5 is actually kind of lit. She's cool. Now, you know, I am one of the people who love, highly value invulnerability, and you know, I dig that. And you know, she does have invulnerability, but you know, overall, you know, she's cute, man. She's cute. And so, in the cute category, she's definitely an A tier for me. The next one is going to be Scorpion. Scorpion, dude, you can hate on her, you can love her. I think she's a sleeper pick by all means. You look at some of her skins, she's definitely a sleeper pick. You can actually still buy the Crimson Starlet, and she looks really good there. But you know, I don't have it because I didn't want it. But you know, at the very least, her normal skin I think is popping. I think is lit, looks good. A tier from me. The next one is actually gonna be Micro Uzi. Micro Uzi, I feel like part of the problem here is like the way in which it's angled. So like if you took a picture and you took it like this, like I feel like this is the way that the picture was taken, excuse me, is like that the camera was like face up here when she was drawn. But like if you put it downwards right here, I think it looks a lot. I think it would look like a lot, I guess, better maybe. But you know, Micro Uzi, you know, I got mad respect for her. I guess I kind of like the dolls that also people hate on. I don't know why, but hey, she gets mod 3. She gets to be a lot better. At least on the most recent tier list from the older servers that I've seen, they put her at like what I think A tier with her mod 3. So I mean, hey, she's popping. It's lit. At the end of the day, looks good to me. Moving on is going to be Type 64. Type 64, I feel, you know, potential sleeper pick, man. You know, the curves look really good. Her face looks good. Everything's very well drawn. But she's just missing that slight something, and that slight something actually pops off in some of her other skins. And she looks really good. But Type 64 base art looks very good. Definitely A tier from me. The next one is actually gonna be UMP9. Now UMP9 is, I mean, she's cool. Don't get me wrong, dude. I love stun grenade over the smoke grenade, but there's something with UMP9 when I compare her to other dolls. I'm just like, you know what? I feel like you gotta be an A tier. There's just something missing, man. I don't know what it is, and so UMP9 is gonna get that A tier from me. The next one is actually gonna be Megumin. Megumin Type 79 gets A tier from me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like her hair. Maybe it's just something. I just honestly don't know what it is, but she's missing something from me. So she just gets put in A tier. She definitely looks, you know, she's definitely just missing that little bit of some. The next one is actually going to be PP 1901. I really like, I think she looks good. You know, aside from like the eyes being like excessively huge in my opinion, I think she looks good, man. She's chilling. The little bit of like hair here, like you know, when I was growing my hair out, I was in that same position. You know, I remember my boy, yo, shout out to my boy Hayden. I remember that man, that man roasted me so hard. I was growing my hair out, and I could like barely get like the top of my hair into a ponytail. And man took a picture of me from the side, and then he compared the two, and he goes, "Bro, why you look like an onion head?" I said, "Damn." I said, I don't even know what to say that. I couldn't even be mad at him, because I mean, it was low-key true. And so, like, you know, I kind of resonate with PP19's like top portion of her hair. I think she looks good. I'm chilling. I'm big chilling with PP1901, man. I'm big chilling on that one. The next one for me is gonna be TMP. TMP is honestly popping. I think the aesthetic of TMP looks very good. The black and the kind of neon green or just light green is really popping for her. She looks really good. And so, I got nothing else to say. I think it's just very aesthetically well put together. It's not anything that she's like attractive by any means, but dude, look at this, man. She's got TMP on her headphones. She's got TMP on the, I guess, like the suitcase or the bag or whatever you want to call that. And like, I think if it was blue, I think it'd be a lot better, but it would still, even if it was blue, still get A for me. Just very aesthetically pleasing to the eyes personally. Next is going to be 100 Shiki. 100 Shiki. At the end of the day, I honestly really like scarves. I think scarves are like very pretty, but I definitely can't give it an S tier because they're, man, so like it's just a character to character type thing. She looks very well drawn. But at the end of the day, just barely missing out on the S tier from me. Then the last doll for this is going to be SCW. However, I do not have SCW, so I will have to show y'all a picture of SCW right about now. This is going to be SCW. She's kind of popping. She's chilling. If anything, the colors look very the way in which they shade it looks very good, because it looks like it's almost a black color, but then you look at the other shadings of the character and it's like, wait a second, that's not like actually black, it's like a different color. And so the colors of the way her outfit is, it's very, very well done, man. Then on top of that, she's got a bird, like she's chilling, like I'm gonna say word. And see in this picture, I guess you could say that this in theory could be a scarf. Like, I don't know, dude. It just looks better than 100 Shiki's scarf deal. So it's just person to person, but by all means, SCW is going to round out my A tier waifus for me. Then moving on to the S tier, these are going to be the ones that are a class above the rest. They do have that extra oomph that the A tier was missing out on. And of course, we're going to start out with Thompson. Thompson, to me, man, just overall badass character. Looks great. If anything, like, tell me why she shouldn't be an S tier. That's what I would say. Dude, she's popping, man. Look at the design of Thompson. Just overall a badass. I really enjoy that. The next one is going to be Vector. Vector, to me, almost did not put her in S tier. However, if anything, I feel like there's more of a chic, cool factor that on first glance I missed out on. But if you look, to me, it's like the angle in which she's just chilling, and she just looks very just relaxed, very calm. I don't know, man. There's something about Vector, man. There's something about her, I can't put my finger on it, but she's popping, and I like it. And so she's S tier for me. Let me see. Moving on, the next one to be in S tier is actually going to be Z62. Z62, to me, I think she came out with Cube, and that is correct. She came out in Cube, and I was like, yo, I don't care to farm for any other doll except for her. And that was before I cared about collection rate, and man, let me tell you, it was worth it. Dude, Z62, she was my adjutant for a long time. She was popping. She still is. Looks great. And not, I don't even care about her damage art. I mean, she's S tier regardless of her damage art. But yo, this damage art, let me just point that out to you, man. Don't sleep on Z62, man. Don't sleep on Z62. She's popping. I like it a lot. The next one is going to be someone that I actually do not have, so I'm going to show y'all again. another one is gonna be CMS. Now CMS, dude, if you take a look at just the color, I mean, I don't think she's like super like, oh man, you know, whatever, but I think she's a very well drawn doll. I think the attention to detail for just the color coordination, the way that everything lines up, I think CMS looks really cool. Definitely by all means just has her own little factor to her, and I think you can't see her shoes. Those are her shoes. I think those are pimping. I mean, I think she's just popping. And then, dude, look at the backpack. Backpack game strong, bro. Backpack game strong. So she out here. By all means, I think she is easily an S tier waifu. Now you said Tug. You skipped a lot of people. What's going on here, man? And to that, I will say you are correct. The next person that is going to be on the S tier. You know, I had to switch it up for y'all. You know, I couldn't make it obvious of who I'm going to put where. You feel me? So the next person that is on this list for the S tier is going to be the new doll that I have not had the chance to farm for, and that's going to be PP19. I think PP19, she's popping, dude. I mean, I got nothing else to say. I saw her and I was like, yo, I like it. That's it. S tier. Boom. And we move on. Like, yo, that's literally what I did. I was like, yo, she looks cool. I like her. And then put her there. So, by all means, that is what happened for PP19. Moving on. Now, we actually do have to backtrack because I didn't want to make it obvious for you who is going to get what. So I will say on this, I believe the last people that we are missing is going to be G36C, UMP45, and UMP40. I believe those are the last ones that I haven't covered. And obviously one of them is going to be the ultimate waifu. Starting off for the S tier is going to be UMP45. Now, UMP45, it's just a slight detail of the face where she looks like she's more of like a smug smile, where UMP9 looks like it was more of a happy smile. I mean, I think both of them look really cool, but by all means, I think UMP45 is just popping, dude. She's cool, man. She just has a cool factor above UMP9, and, you know, I really like that a lot. Now, for the last three, let me tell y'all something. This was a very, very, very difficult choice. All three of these girls could have easily taken the ultimate waifu spot, but at the end of the day, the next S tier is gonna be Ro. Ro is going to be the next S tier. Dude, I love Ro. She's so pretty. I even oathed her, I think, was it 2 days ago or so? I oathed her on, I think it was Yeji's birthday. So, like, I'm oathing a doll on every Twice member's birthday because I'm, like, huge Twice fan. Well, Itzy is, like, if Twice is, like, they came out here, then Itzy was, like, came out at a later time. So, like, on the food poll, like, they're the, I guess, like, the older sister group, and Itzy's the younger sister. Well, Yeji had her birthday, like, a few days ago. And so, boom, I oathed Ro, and I was like, hey, let's say worth. And so, Ro got an oath a few days ago from me. Dude, she easily can be the ultimate at any point in time. But between these two, by all means, it's a tough choice, man. And so, the person that is going to get the last S tier spot is actually gonna be UMP Psych! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It is going to be UMP40. Now, to me, UMP40, she's drawn very well. I love the shading. I love the color of it. She just looks so good. On top of that, like, literally at any day. Literally at any day. Could easily be ultimate waifu 100%. But I mean, me personally, dude, I just had to give it to G36C. To me, G36C, like I said, I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on someone's birthday in particular to oath. But G36C, dude, I've got 2 of them. I've had 3 pulls total, and I kept 2 of them. Dude, I love using G36C. I think she's my main tank for my boss killing team and for any other important team that I need to do. Love G36C to death. 100%, just easily, hands down, ultimate waifu for me personally. And then, you know, hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know the business. But that's gonna be it for the SMG tier list. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Should I have placed somebody higher or lower? You know, let me know all of, you know, how much you dislike my unpopular opinions in the comment section below. But guys, that's all I have for this one. If you want to see more GFL content, then please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Also, I do stream at twitch.tv/Tuglow. You can see the times underneath the webcam in which I do stream. If you'd like to support me monetarily for free and you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and then subscribe to me for free at twitch.tv/Tuglow, and it will help me out monetarily every single month. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I know I always have fun making these. And before I forget, because it actually took me a super long time, before I forget, this is going to be the picture in which I have my stuff. So this is the picture for which, you know, obviously ultimate at the top, and then it goes down from there. If y'all agree, by all means. If y'all disagree, hey, it's cool. But on that note, that's going to be it for me. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it a lot. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Good luck grinding. Be safe. Be easy. I'll catch you in the next one. Much love. God bless. And peace out.